Commanders. Not football team yet.
Oh, God. Commanders.
Still the Redskins.
They got stars on their uniform, and the name starts with a C. The Cowboys live in their heads rent-free.
Yeah. Well, not only that, I don't know if you saw that one video that I posted in the chat, but I didn't even think about that. But he's like, you're red and yellow, and you really didn't think we would call you commie for short?
Yeah, I didn't. I started watching it, but I started watching it at work. I think I got distracted.
Yeah. He's a Cowboy fan, so he always has like these reaction videos when they lose and stuff.
I've seen them.
But he likes to laugh at, the Eagles, Giants, and Redskins, or Commanders when they do something stupid.
NFL football.
The spotlight was on Chuck Mercy. See, in the picture it looked like it was well, first of all, it's supposed to be like a gold helmet. Your only options are red helmets now.
Right. Yeah, they eliminated anything Redskin related.
When it's not a close-up, it looks darker, like it's maroon, like the shirt. But then in the close-ups, it's bright red with a maroon shirt.
Pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Oh, sweet time. The game stole 3 interceptions from me yesterday. From poor Don Meredith.
Don Meredith. Well, the Packers do that to you. Gary Wood, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions on the year. He must not have started the year as the starter. 1 touchdown all year long. Oh, Homer Jones, I should probably guard that guy. I didn't even look at records or anything. I'm so underprepared for this game. Holding on hope that maybe John would be like, yeah, I'm ready to play some Giants. Not to be. There's a flag on the first play.
Huh?
Holding on the Giants on the very first play for scrimmage.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Ooh, I got somebody watching me.
Oh, you started already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I moved my Raiders, went from the Raiders to the Saints and then straight to the Lions, so that way whenever you did your games I could just hop on really quick.
Oh, I see, yeah. Sam Huff still around here on the Redskins. Uh-oh. And the quarterback, Wood, forgot his first name already, G. Wood, runs and then slides after a 1 yard gain.
And he's going to pull his way forward to the 48. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back.
Okay. Oh, I forgot to move. Well, can I do it? I forgot how to do so many things. Like the quick things. And, okay, well, good enough.
Hold on, an old coot?
Wood now 1 for 1, 9 yards, but because of the holding penalty, they'll have to punt.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's a throw, it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards.
Sonny Jurgensen, 11 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, just under 1,800 yards on the year. I have no idea if that's good or what. Week 8, 1,800 yards. Yeah, it's pretty good, I guess.
Trying to remember, I looked at the stats last night after the Cowboys game.
11 touchdowns, probably nowhere near anybody. But the yardage
well,
might be
actually,
decent.
It's not too bad. I mean, you do have some ridiculous stats, but Meredith's only got 11 touchdowns and like 22 interceptions now. Fortunately, the Giants has a worse interception.
Oh, that's probably why they benched their guy and went to Wood.
Some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside, but it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the
Oh, I still have Bobby Mitchell though. That should help. Sonny J. I have Mitchell and Taylor. What the hell? Jurgensen should be having a good year.
to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away.
Taylor's better than the running back I had for the 49ers or whatever game I played last. He's like so much quicker on his cuts and everything.
Bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Whoa.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man.
Because even as a computer team, I feel like the Redskins always got yards. It was just you holding the field goals to beat them.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Giants won't hold me to field goals.
Well, that's the only way you can beat the Redskins is make sure that they kick field goals and not touchdowns.
Yeah.
Because they're going to move the ball up and down the field. I don't have to play the Redskins anymore as the Cowboys, so.
Oh, you already got rid of them. See?
Yeah, I lost
Everything's
both
looking
times.
up for you.
I lost both times, thanks to you.
Well, you're welcome.
In fact, that was my loss right before my week off, and then come back to the Packers.
You beat the Packers, though. That's good news for everyone.
It should have been so much worse, though. All 3 of my interceptions were either in the red zone. Well, 2 of them were in the end zone, and the other one was in the red zone.
I don't remember when I joined. It was already 14-0 or something. It already seemed like it was over.
At that point, I'd already thrown all 3 picks. Or 2 of the 3, I think. It should have been 28-0 by the time they kicked that field goal.
Wow. Did they end up getting only those 3 points?
No, they got
token touchdown.
A 10, yeah, they got to 10, I think.
Okay.
It was 21-10 was the final score.
They'll have 2 remaining
as
we step aside here in this first quarter.
No, it was 21-10 because they did make it to, or was it 28? 24-10, I think.
Okay. I know you were so you sounded so disgusted when Chandler made that field goal because he barely made it. I was like, oh, it's because he wanted the shutouts. Who doesn't want to shut out the Packers, though, honestly?
Who doesn't want to shut out the Packers? But it was just one of those things where it's like,
looking to throw.
yeah, I just dominated. Now, granted, if Vinny was running it or you or anybody else, I would have had issues, you know, because the computer was completely cowardice in that there were several there were like 3 4th and inches. Now, one was you know, one was inside their own 20. Another one was inside their own 35. But one was right at the 50, and they didn't punt. I mean, they didn't go for it.
Yeah.
Now, that one may have been the earliest one.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that we're in 1966 and you had that easy of a game against the Packers. That's kind of weird.
Well, it was just one of those things where it's like, I mean, you know, I got sacked once, but I really didn't have any pressure. That was the amazing thing. I had, you know, I had all the time in the world to throw the ball. Either that, or I was throwing quick passes.
I rated your offensive line way too high.
Whatever.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I was making one look reads. I've been listening to a whole bunch of, you know, football talk, and so, you know, it's one of those things where if the linebacker, you know, if the guy looks doing this, then get it out and dump it off into a flat. And that's exactly what I did.
Wait, so you were listening to real football talk, applied it to Med, and it worked how it was supposed to?
Yeah, somewhat, yeah.
Well, see?
I just made sure that I, you know, I didn't wait to see if somebody who's crossing between the 3 zone guys, you know, I didn't wait for him to clear. I just like, oh, he's not going to be clear initially, so I'm going to dump it off to the running back. You know, so I wasn't trying for the home run ball. Even my home run ball, I wasn't trying for the home run ball. I just panicked because both guys I wanted to throw the ball to on that 4th down were covered. completely. Because I tried to throw short ends, but apparently my offensive line was great, and Bob Hayes was able to run past his guy, which was weird.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think wasn't it like a 4th down?
Yeah, it was 4th and 2.
Yeah, so I thought you were going short, but then that guy came in, but he pressed so hard and to the inside. I'm like, holy shit, that's Bob Hayes. So I thought you did that on purpose. I was like, yep, that was a good read. And then you're like, huh,
no,
wrong button. I'm like, oh. Well,
I was trying to hit the guy who did a little zigzag pattern where he just went in and then go out, but he was completely covered. Then I looked for my crossing, that was just a 2-3 level cross, and there was Nitschke right there, and I'm like, shit. So I was like, oh, the 0 guy looks open-ish, so I hit the square instead, and I'm like, oh, hey, look, there's Bob Hayes way downfield.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, well, at least that's a punt. Because every time I had thrown to him, that entire game, every time I thrown to him, he was, 2 of my interceptions were with Bob Hayes, and they were just unbelievable. And it wasn't the good defensive back for Green Bay. It was the crappy ones.
No.
The non-stars and X-Factors that intercepted me twice. Herb Addersley did get me once.
I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter.
Well, yeah, I guess you can be forgiven for that one, then.
Well, I mean, I was trying to overthrow. I was trying to throw the ball out of the end zone, and he jumped and made the play.
Oh, I see.
But in the second half, all of a sudden, the computer's like, yeah, Don Meredith's going to complete 1 out of every 6 passes.
Everyone likes to build up a little momentum.
Like, what the hell?
And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
You can't have Don Meredith piling up stats.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
So I throw it to this guy in the flat, and then for some reason he comes charging so hard towards the ball, so when he catches it, he has to run 8 yards backwards before I can get him to turn around. But, yep.
I really need the Lions to lose this game. I should start playing that on purpose.
Well, that would be kind of,
or do what he just did.
Yeah.
Throw that pass.
That's why I'm not.
I
had to switch my defense up because my
so the ball moves into Lion territory now.
Buccaneers are just marching right down the field with Russ Jackson quarterback.
Russ Jackson.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Catch the ball, you idiot. Alright, it was going to be short anyways, but still catch the ball. Punting for my own end zone.
Oh, that's right. I'm going against Jim Brown.
Oh, yeah, Jim Brown and Russ Jackson. The Canadian and the, obviously, the legend.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And instead of going to a wide open Jim Brown, they went to another guy. And incomplete, 4th down, they got a punt.
I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded
Gary Wood comes back out.
Tampa Bay and played with Jim Brown. I bet I could have beat the Lions with Jim Brown.
Carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now?
Could have had one more glory game with him.
Look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove.
Oh.
That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because
I see.
Spaces
All right.
and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in.
No. I knew he was going there, and I didn't get there. Idiot. Giants doing a lot of 5 wide or 4 wide, and the running back going out on patterns. The old 66 Giants.
Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure.
So I play pass defense, and they finally come out with tight end at least.
This pass is going to go to Bobby Felts.
And the box with an extra defender.
So late, as far as hopefulness goes in video games, later this year will be me holding out hope that they'll do something.
Something what?
Since maybe something.
Oh, right.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this
And college football.
Is that this year?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So hopefully at least one of those is really fun.
It would be nice if they made it to where...
And he'll give it here to his running back.
I don't know if it's you or me, but all of a sudden you're very staticky.
Inside the 35. That's now a pair of
Well, my internet's been weird all day, so it's probably mine.
They're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they gotta like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to...
I keep making them punt, but they keep having great punts down and make me start inside man.
And each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old school.
At the end of the first quarter, 7-0 Washington.
An old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Oh,
Attempted
whatever.
intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, Dick Wood. I guess he sees real. I can
They
accept
told
that.
us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above.
Are you moving at all right now?
To their defense, that the other defense is rated
Include
higher
me.
than them. You gotta let that happen.
I'm getting a lot of static like you're moving around. Like one of us is moving around a lot.
Oh no.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
The ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I am now. Is it
Oh,
better or worse?
yeah, now it's a lot better.
That's interesting.
You spend time with your offensive line and give
Probably
them
not
credit.
going to continue to move around the whole game, though.
Plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
All right.
The completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They have the catch on 2nd down.
Same in the first quarter in this game, 7-0 Detroit.
Down here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
Here's the tear special. It works against the Giants, too.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Oh,
The
wow.
old stick pass.
Jim Brown just dropped the pass.
The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He used to be good.
Empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down
Yeah,
and talk
might
about
as well
what
just
worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes
return them
you
to the pass,
over-game
yeah.
plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard.
Brown, 17 double-finger games already, his 13th ranked Michigan State Spartans.
So as a Browns fan, I mean, not your number one team, but still you like them.
Yes.
All right. How do you feel about the Bengals and their future?
I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not completely sure that. I still am holding out hope for Baker Mayfield. You know, obviously he's not Joe Burrow.
Right.
Because he doesn't. Joe Burrow will sit there and just get crushed. You know.
Right.
With his bad offensive line, which I fear we're going to see a lot of this weekend. And
go into someone else's home at Xavier, a team that some people have picked to go to a Final Four, and to get a W.
Yeah, I think Baker Mayfield's good and everything, but I just meant like Yeah, Roethlisberger's leaving, but the Steelers are like the Packers, kind of. It's like it doesn't matter. Every year they find a way to be good, or good enough, so they're challenging.
Right.
And the Ravens are always 500 or better. And then if the Bengals are already good enough for the Super Bowl, and they're all like 25s, like that's going to be their division for the half a decade.
I am not as nearly as optimistic of you as you are about the Steelers. I mean, they have not had a losing record since 2003 or 4. Can't remember what it is, but I mean it's a pretty lengthy one.
Yeah.
Maybe even before that. And I'm just I just don't. I know it's crazy to say considering what he's done, but I just don't believe in Mike Tomlin.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. I just
Wow.
He's taken his team to a Super Bowl, and he in my eyes he took Cowher's team to the Super Bowl. And won it.
Yeah, but you just said he's had all these winning seasons in a row.
Non-losing. They've had a couple ties there, but
yeah, still.
I guess I just the last 2 years Roethlisberger fell apart, and the only reason why Pittsburgh got in this one is because San Diego, the Chargers couldn't close the deal. San Diego or Miami allowed Pittsburgh to backdoor it. Because San Diego only had to win one game of its last 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I can't remember. And
I think, yeah.
And Miami, granted they had a big, they had to beat Kansas City or somebody big, and that wasn't going to happen. But they threw it away when they lost to Jacksonville and Atlanta. And Pittsburgh, got blown out by Kansas City, and Kansas City wasn't even trying.
And the Colts were in if they just beat Jacksonville, right?
Right. And there's another one. The Colts also gave it away. So it's like, they made the playoffs. Yeah, they finished 9-8. But I mean, I just feel that,
But they're never easy like the Lions.
No.
Like as bad as the Bears are, we always have the Lions. But I think in that division, the Browns are the Lions. and I thought they were going to be good. Like, they got better. And now I feel like they can easily be back to last. Like, they might just go right back to last. And that would suck for Browns fans. Because it was like, Baker, a couple years, playoffs. Oh, we're the worst team in the division again.
Well, I mean, in theory, now with the expanded playoffs, every team in a 4-team division can make the playoffs. Granted, that would be
that's true.
A bloody division, but
right.
It's well documented that I'm not a Lamar Jackson fan, and the more injured he gets over the course of the years he's running around, the less of a quarterback he's going to become. Because when teams are like, look, he's not going to run for 40 yards anymore, he's going to run for 6. Okay,
right.
Let him run for 6. I'll take my chances that he can't complete a 3rd and 4. Because his legs are gone.
That's true, but kind of, you have to like John Harbaugh, though, right?
Yeah,
Joe Flacco.
Yeah, he did some amazing things with Flacco.
and even this year, when that guy that never was drafted or played or anything, he won games with that idiot. It was like he.
Well, their coaching is smart. They got a guy that's very, Lamar Jackson light, not as accurate, which is saying something, not as athletic, but still could run the same offense. So,
yeah,
but I mean, they got beat twice by the Bengals. Now I know the Bengals are in the Super Bowl, but the Bengals did finish 10-7. The Bengals did get beat by the Bears.
Well, who doesn't?
Well, a lot of people last year didn't.
Yeah, but
they could be the worst team.
That was
but
Andy Dalton's old team,
right?
So he had to beat them.
I mean, yeah. Well, I think that's why they won because Andy Dalton was pissed at the Bengals for some reason.
Right. Yeah. For some reason.
You know what? If next year, first off, the Bengals played they were finished in last place, so they had to play the easiest. They played the easiest schedule. So now next year they're going to play the Titans. They got to play the Chiefs again. They got to play the Bills. That's going to matter.
Yeah.
If they got to fix their offensive line. I mean.
Well, yeah, obviously. That's the thing I'm talking about is I did not see. Like, I definitely saw the Rams going there, or at least capable of it, but I didn't think the Bengals are ready because I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe their receiver is going to be good. He was way better. He was better earlier than I thought. And Mixon is pretty good, but, Burrow, I was like, well, he's hurt, so I know he's good, but it might take him one more year. And their offensive line sucks. That's why it might take him one more year. And they're in the Super Bowl.
Right.
And I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm afraid, Burrow might be really good.
I think Burrow is really good. That's what I was kind of saying, because he's standing back there, taking shots, still delivering the ball accurately. I mean, Mayfield's, whenever he starts running for his life, and that's when Baker becomes bad Baker,
Yeah.
He starts.
That's when most quarterbacks become bad quarterbacks.
Right. But he's just like, oh, I'm going to take this shot, but it'll be okay because
the last run got 3. Now here's
second
and 2.
I'll just throw this up in the air and Jamar Chase will catch it.
If they, I don't know. I mean, well, okay, so I don't think the Rams are the greatest team ever. They're not as good as the '99 Rams or anything, who only won by a yard, by the way. But
right,
I don't think they're so unbeatable. But I would just be shocked if the Bengals could win the Super Bowl because of no offensive line, and that no offensive line gets to block Aaron Donald. Like, what?
I mean, the fact that Joe Burrow, I fear for his life because, Joe Burrow goes 3 steps back, and I fully expect to see Von Miller, Aaron Donald,
Yeah.
And whoever, I can't remember, but they got another good one back there, just being in his face.
The guy they got for the Bears.
Yeah.
Stupid Floyd.
Yeah, Leonard Floyd.
Who was always fast, but for some reason now that he's not on the Bears, he knows technique too, because the Bears can't coach anyone.
Hey, they're doing fine with Khalil Mack.
I mean, they had to give up multiple first-round picks to get him because he was already good. That's why. That's why they have to give up so many picks. It's like, okay, you guys coach them. Then when they're really good, we'll completely overpay for them. Like, well, that's a strategy. Might not be the one that works, but okay. It's like the Dodgers strategy, except for the Dodgers don't have to play by the same rules as the rest of the teams.
Right. I hope we have baseball sometime soon.
Yeah, they're going to get it done, right?
I mean, so.
It might delay preseason or spring training.
Spring training's just it's supposed to be in a couple weeks. I mean, pitchers and catchers should have already reported by now.
Around now, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Right around now. I mean, the guys who are.
Yeah, because the Super Bowl is being pushed back. Usually.
Yeah, Super Bowl's pushed back one more week. Yeah, last week should have been the Super Bowl. I mean, this past Pro Bowl, the incredibly pointless Pro Bowl was.
Here comes the Lions punter now.
Now, be honest. Did you how much of the Pro Bowl did you watch?
Not a lick.
Okay.
I mean,
because a lot of times people say they can't stand the Pro Bowl, and it's like, did you watch it? It's like, yeah, I watched it.
No, I
just watching it.
It's like. Stephon Diggs was guarding Trayvon Diggs down in the end zone. I'm like, okay, that's fun, but you know, you know, and then you go on YouTube and you see the highlight where Sean Taylor just wrecked the punter, you know, or another one where, you know, Neil Smith and Mark Tuna get ejected because of you know, Tuna probably did something low and dirty to, you know, but now, you know, I mean, I get it, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's now
an extra 45 grand used to mean something. I assume they raised the price, but even if they did, even if the winner got all the winners got $500,000, that still is not. Well, maybe that would make them player.
Well, not the guys who are going to make the Pro Bowl. I mean,
right? Yeah, I mean, if you already have,
but if you
already have 10 million, and they're like 25,000 just for being a Pro Bowler, 50,000 if you win. It's like, yeah, who cares? I'm here, 25 grand, thank you. Just, you know, walk around. Which, whatever. I mean, the NHL All-Star Game was on, and there was absolutely no defense. It's 3-on-3 for God's sakes.
Yeah.
But at least you get to see all kinds of talent that you can't see when it's 5-on-5. You know, like all kinds of crazy stuff with the puck, and the NBA has no defense, but then at least you see all these alley-oops and stuff. It's like in football, it doesn't look any better. It looks worse when no one's trying.
Right. I mean, I get it. You don't want anybody to get hurt. You know, back then it didn't matter. You know, you played, you got hurt. But now, you know, nobody wants to get hurt. So you're watching. You know, I'm watching highlights because, you know, you see them on SportsCenter or whatever, and you know, it's like. The defensive linemen, I mean, the offensive linemen aren't even blocking because what's the point?
Right.
Because the defensive line aren't, you know, going after anybody.
Yeah.
The Lions' 27-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
So Gary Wood made a miraculous Patrick Mahomes-looking play where he's running around, throws across his body right on the money, and that gets him in the field goal range. But I forgot they were out of timeout, so they couldn't stop the clock to kick the field goal anyways. So all that for nothing, stupid Gary Wood.
Hey, now. It's okay to run the ball when you run out of time and you have no timeouts left.
Yeah.
Okay, all of a sudden the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the 13-yard line. Of course, I haven't really been paying attention.
For the Buccaneers. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
The Giants are pretty much a semi-pro team. Is the 66 team the worst defense of all time? I know it's right around there. I don't remember it.
I mean, the mid to late 60s were really bad for the Giants.
They have Spider Lockhart, who's already made a couple of plays when I run to that side, but if I run away from him or throw away from him pretty much, I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And no matter what the situation, the
sometimes this game is funny. My hands are completely occupied, and I'm on defense, so I'm a defensive lineman, and I let the computer play itself, basically, and I get a sack.
Yep. Oh, my blocker pushed the defender into me. Otherwise, it was going to be a huge game.
It's a really difficult task.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Detroit was up for the
can they kick a field goal? 4th and 13 from the 16-yard line. They're going to attempt one. A 24-yarder. Will the curse of the Phantom get this team too? Down, the kick is up. Ooh, wow, that would have been good from at least 30. Oh, wait, did they have your premium? Oh, that should have been roughing the kicker. And it wasn't even me.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first.
I can't remember which semi-pro team Garrow you premium on.
You're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And penalty markers down on the field.
I think he's at one of them.
He's definitely one of them. I saw him. I just can't remember who. Of course. Another penalty on me.
Set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
Of course, the Cowboys won, so I have to win this game.
Right, and that's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
What's the Eagles' record? I don't even know.
Better than the Giants. If you beat the Giants, they're going to be the same record as the Cowboys now. 2-5. Or 2-6. No, 2-5. Eagles are like 4 and something.
The Giants hurt Taylor for you.
The big play to start him out.
Well, not really for you if you're done playing.
I've already played him, yeah.
Back to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense.
Oh, wow.
It's intercepted.
That was crazy.
Oh, my ex-Dallas Cowboy just intercepted me. Man. I should have played the Buccaneers. Ex-Cowboys are on this team. Jim Brown.
Oh yeah, now you're saying that, I remember they took like in the secondary, right? They have like 2 or 3.
Don Bishop. Don Bishop just intercepted me. No wonder I could not run him with a white guy.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll buy some time right.
Slide right when I'm about ready to hit stick you.
That's the worst.
Through his progressions, not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
Incomplete pass, but there is a flag. And we have roughing the team quarterback. Fuck you. I was being blocked. Unbelievable.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post.
Well,
officials always
since I talked trash and said I could do whatever I want against them, then they stopped me. But, of course, their offense is almost as bad as their defense.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield.
I'm looking forward to beating the Giants and the Eagles.
Take the hit and pick up yardage. But
you got to play it both twice, or just the Giants? Or?
I think I got to play them both twice.
Oh, see, so all that happened is you had your hard part of your schedule early.
Oh, the Raiders have got to play the Packers next.
Well, that should be a revenge game for the Packers. You'll probably get like 6 Madness in that game or something.
Oh, okay. All my teams have losing records with the exception of Cleveland. And even Cleveland's only like 5-3.
No, the Raiders don't have a losing record, do they?
Yeah, they do. The Raiders have the worst record in the division.
Oh, I'm thinking the other season, the 80 season or whatever.
No.
Yeah. I was like, I thought they only lost because we went to all Madden for some reason. Because
we thought we were good enough.
Right. Like, oh, we just won like 3 in a row, so okay, never mind.
Except for the Cowboys. I can't win with the Cowboys. I just played with the Cowboys against the Packers in '83, and I still lost.
You figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in.
Oh wow!
But that didn't happen. Zero accountability.
It's nice to have good players. Sonny Jurgensen just made a stupid throw, basically into double coverage. He did put it in the right spot, I'll give him that. If you were going to throw it to him, it was the right spot, but Mitchell just out-jumped everyone and grabbed the ball.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now. Hard to believe that.
Okay, you know what? I have a Hall of Famer out there. Let me just throw it.
Certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now left side on the swing pass.
Jim Brown.
And he'll go
he didn't get
out of bounds
tackled.
right around the 40. Give him
Forced
9
him out of
yards on
bounds.
the second down
3rd and
screen
9.
play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
A loss of 8 yards.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback
Gonna win
back
this
there.
game.
I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game.
Oh, my
I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think,
Oh,
a long
the
way to
jet
go
sweep
in
for the
football game.
touchdown.
First and 10.
Just to make fun of the Giants defense a little bit more.
Back heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Oh, this one wasn't against Bishop, and I got it.
Deep into Tampa Bay territory.
56-yard reception.
It's a big
See how that works.
for the Lions. 56 yards.
Wait a minute,
And a
Uncle
white guy
Fester
outran a
is
black
the
guy.
Bombers.
He's not shy. He's
Oh.
going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole
possible.
game plan just goes right out the window. And
Sure,
it makes things
yeah.
easier for a defense. And you and I both
I
know
mean, Don
there's
Beebe
a
outran
quarterback
Leon
in this
Lett.
league that's any good, that doesn't throw an interception
Oh, that's almost
occasionally,
interception.
and they usually bounce back.
Almost
in a big
another
way.
end zone
I've seen guys
interception
throw
for
5
Kevin
and still
Sweetan.
find a way to win the game in the end.
Sweetan.
after
So you went with him, huh? Don't you still have Moral or whatever? No. Don't you have an old guy?
His pass caught at the 4.
He's the one that was starting, so I just went with him. And
Yeah.
now it's 14-3. It's Gale Hogbill. He's got a touchdown.
That guy's been in Sack to the Future from the beginning, I think. Or at least for a while.
His name is familiar.
Yeah.
To me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group.
Well, I play him twice a year,
What
so.
I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score.
Yeah, at least twice a year. Twice a year with
And
the
that'll
Bears.
give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that.
And I think he's the guy that lines up in the impossible play to stop the first couple of years we did this.
Oh, yeah.
The third guy from the left or whatever. You're like,
Yep.
I know what you're doing, but just keep doing it because I can't stop.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what
Whoops.
you get is renewed determination.
I just picked a play. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I don't care because it's the Giants.
What's the score?
Probably give up 27-3.
Got less
Oh.
than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side.
third
of the
quarter, I
field.
assume?
What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Yes.
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
Oh, my
and it's
goodness.
something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
Well, it's
A lot of
14-3.
people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen.
Ah.
I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does,
Oh.
that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points.
My guy
And if it
blew up
doesn't
the
work,
center, so he
then
fell
you just
flat
run
on his
the
back. But the way it happened, it looked like it was the quarterback falling on his back, and then he still threw the ball. I'm like, wow, that was impressive. But then the replay, I see that it wasn't as cool as I thought.
Use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back,
There's
and
no
he's
hit
got
sticking
it.
Jim Brown.
Now a signal and a timeout call. As it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half
Except,
of
when I
play.
played you always managed to hit sticks sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know if he ever. Oh, well, the only one is the hit stick down where you take his feet out.
And it's going to
Right.
be another
I
first
never
down
landed
as they'll
the,
get him to the ground at the
you know,
Lions'
like
30.
the knock him back and laugh at him. Not against Jim Brown. Usually it was like bounce off of him and watch him make it 30-0 or whatever.
Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half.
All right,
of
14-3
week 8
halftime.
in the NFL. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
First and 10. At their own 27-yard
What
line.
the
Now out
heck is
comes their
this?
leader and the captain of this
I might switch up
offense
quarterbacks
back
just
on the
because
field.
it's fun.
It's just because it's fun.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next
I should probably put some other people in there so they don't continue to hurt other starters.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground.
Just start doing engage 8 and see if Jim Brown can beat him.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it.
Engage 8 is the worst play of defense.
Yeah, I actually scored a touchdown against the Packers doing engage 8.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Dick LeBeau just got an interception return for a touchdown.
Dick LeBeau.
Interception return for a Lions touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter.
Now he'll remember that play and coach others one day how to do it.
Yes.
If you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And it's 21-3.
Now Homer Jones is on the inside. Let's see if my guys are ready for this. Of course they went to him.
But then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Of course they were not ready for it.
They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
34-3 or something by now.
27-3, but still.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard
Still
line.
frustrating to be the coach. Well, you get to be one player, but you're the coach of 10 others, and you're like, watch that play. That's what I told you to watch out for.
Well, that's what they said. Yeah, we watched it. We saw it.
Right.
Ooh, that should be Alec Harris. No,
Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount.
Buffalo Bills versus Oakland Raiders, 41-28. Unbelievable.
Alright, let me get some starters out of here.
It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Oh, I can play with Dick Shiner.
Oh, do it. I need to see his stats show up.
Throwing again here on second down, this time
Joe Don Loney.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And Steve. Well, I have to anyways because he's hurt. Alright. Probably take Bobby Mitchell out too.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come
Lou
up
Holland.
down.
Let him play a little bit. When you do this kind of stuff, it doesn't save for the next game, does it?
No, it does not.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers
You're doing it in
first
game,
down by a couple of yards as they're able to
Alright.
convert there on 3rd and 1.
Okay, Dick Shiner's very first play is a handoff.
Because that was the game within the game.
Daring.
3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry.
Man, Looney sucks.
Quick little completion, got the job done for a first down.
Of course, that's compared to
Uh-oh.
Charlie
Oh,
Davis.
shit.
A big seam, and he might go
Oh,
all
shit.
the way.
Did you just give up a big one?
Jim Brown just went for about 60.
I guess engage 8?
No. I did do a run blitz, but I over pursued with one of even though if I had blitz where I was supposed to blitz, I would have been out of the play anyway. But I over pursued and missed him.
So I put the backups in. Dick Shiner completes the pass, but then he gets hit, fumbles the ball. The Giants have it
Nice.
inside the red zone. So maybe this game will end up being close after all.
Well, this one's now 21-10.
It's 21
So.
to 10. A drive there of just 4 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off.
Okay, maybe I did that for Jim Brown.
Send this one away.
Got to get him to 100 yards. He's got to have 100 yards. I mean, I'm just saying.
And a nice return sets him
Yeah, it
up
makes
pretty
sense.
good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
If Billy Wade was on a semi-pro team, I'd probably want him to light me up too after he got me 2 titles.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And just no chance of
And I got a Dallas Cowboy running back on the former Dallas Cowboy running back on the Detroit Lions, so I'm sitting pretty good.
I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep
Famous
it,
Amos Marsh.
I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Yeah.
Seemed like it was perfectly defensive.
Let's do the old
So here comes
halfback.
the-
On the other side, they get paid
What
too.
happened?
So
Goes
after
the,
run for no
Giants
gain,
come
here's
back.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun
Oh
now,
my
here's
goodness!
an
All of a sudden,
inside
Tampa Bay's
deal.
defense can
They
tackle.
do get a yard there, but only
It's
a
3rd and
yard.
9
Leaves
after
them
2
with
running
3rd and
plays.
9 looming. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing
Okay,
any
now this
lanes
should be
to
wide
open
open
up.
unless he doesn't come. Let's have you do a slant. Somebody, one of these guys is coming. Oh, nobody, they didn't, and they still didn't cover the tight end.
It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Let's
First
do a
down
little.
Detroit, 16 yards on the
Let's
pickup.
run with famous
Sometimes our
Amos
pregame
back
meetings
here.
do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room
Even
call
though
him?
he's a
Well, they said with a
56.
chuckle they called him
For some reason, he's not a power
That
back,
means
but
he
I don't
doesn't
want to run
move quite
power.
as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks,
See if I can
doesn't
get
he?
him on a
Even
corner.
that little gentle push off in order
Like
to get
this
open.
right here. This is what
He
I'm
finds a way
talking
to pick
about.
up a first
Boom!
down.
Zoom! Oh.
Down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26
Wow, the Giants
yards.
coming into this game, the Giants are ranked as the number 6 defense.
You love getting the ball early, so you have vision.
They didn't act like it.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't
Maybe they're
forget
number
the guys
6
always
when
doing
the
backside
other team
ceiling
takes
on.
out all their starters.
Well, I mean,
making sure no one
you gotta
can
remember
leak from
the
backside that can run a play down.
offensive, the quarterbacks handed out 25 interceptions, so they probably don't have that far to.
Stick with it on first.
Oh,
Give him
so
a couple
close.
on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice
You know,
job there by the
they probably don't give up a whole lot of
defense.
yards
They just
when,
engaged
you know,
and held their ground.
the average starting field position for their team is like 10 yards. The 25 yards.
Oh, yeah.
Many times you just don't take any step. Just get
That's
your feet
true.
moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Oh, crap. I'll be right back.
All right. I was seriously flawed.
Great job by Colorado State, making him prove that he can hit that three.
Bender will check in for Diabate. And Butler coming in for Pulliam.
Watch a little rip screen action here. A pop to the ball side for a 15-foot jumper.
Baker was out long and double teamed underneath from the offensive rebound.
Flag. Of course, it's holding.
That says to be inbound and 18 on the shot clock. Johnson feeds inside to Menza. Double teamed. Moore's all over it.
There's Smith for the first down.
That's going to be a foul, and Menza's down. Moore's picked up the foul. Menza's still down. They're going to call for the trainer, I think. Slowly getting up. Is the trainer kind of looking over? The thumbs up. Should he come out or not?
Well, that would be a huge loss. I think he'll fight through it. But Mensa in the running for National Player of the Year at the defensive end. You will not find a guy more athletic with that kind of length. He can guard twos and ones. He can take the ball from you. Tanjay giving him everything Johnson he wants. And man, little contact, but a lot of ball as well. Against New Mexico, Mensa had 4 blocks and 5 steals. I mean, you just can't keep him off the floor if you're a coach, and he is the perfect player for San Diego State, Coach Dutcher and company. These are the types of guys they want, they recruit. He tells everybody when they come there, look, I'm going to give you my word, I'm going to make you better, we're going to win championships, but you can't beat me if you're not going to guard. And some guys can't deal with that. They want to score. They want to punch shots. He tells them up front, if you can guard, you can play for me. That's why he's one of the best coaches in the country. That's why this is one of the best programs in the country. Forget about mid-major. This is a high-major team. And they have
Loney fights his way down to the 1-yard line.
been the most consistent program in California.
Score update.
27-11.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
33-11. So the backups are losing 8-7. Luckily, my starters put the game away before the backups got in there. But now, assuming that you're going to continue with the stats, you'll have some Dick Shiner stuff in there. Joe Don Looney, which already had some stats, but now he's got some Redskin stats.
Nice. Oh, yes, I'm going to.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get 3.
And I just threw another interception. Maybe it's time for a switch quarterback.
Oh, you never did that yet?
No, I was going to, but I forgot. I was so excited about Jim Brown.
No.
And now they just picked me off and ran it back for 50 yards. And Jim Brown is running with a purpose.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run,
oh my God,
to do so because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
2-minute warning.
Gain of 11, and the Bucs have
Are you going to do both
down.
games or just one play?
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play.
Just one.
Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Took a look at the clock, but I'm going to say no.
Scrimmage the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now.
Wow, so the Cowboys, that was only their second win.
Yep.
But it was also, the Packers only have 3 wins. So
Yep.
the old 66 Cowboy Packer season. Not historical so
No.
far.
Almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Now on 1st down, he'll
Oh,
drop to throw.
and now Barnes is hurt. I don't know who that is. But.
Complete. Call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
So all the Giants are trying to do is hurt my players now.
The flat of the swing pass.
I'm on board with
We have a
that.
discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs
I need the
more
Redskins to start
involved in
losing
the
more
passing
games.
game. Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans.
Oh, did he
and really
catch
made a
that?
nice
No, he did
play.
not. Okay. Gary Wood doesn't have the veteran moxie or whatever of not killing your receivers. So he led that guy into a full-on hit. And I thought he held on for a second, but he didn't. What's that?
Bastards. I hurt Jim Brown.
What?
I know.
You're ashamed of yourself.
I should be.
Bruised shoulder.
A quick throw here, that's complete.
They taking a field
And
goal?
he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, right around the
Yeah, taking a field goal.
18-yard line.
What's the score?
21-13 if they make this 35-yarder.
I guess I could see why they would do it.
Yeah, it's still 2 minutes left in the first quarter. They've outscored me 10-7 in this quarter.
Pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And my only score's
So
been a
the
pick
drive
6.
stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough
Dick Shiner's 7 of 8.
when they have these types of moments, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out on the field. And the interception last
It was
time
stupid.
on the opponent's
Well,
side
the
of
game
field.
ends on an absolutely ridiculously stupid play by me. But it wasn't a pick 6 or anything. It was just dumb.
There's a drive going on. You're in good spot.
So,
Instead, they turn the ball.
Redskins improved to whatever, 5-3.
Yeah, you guys are leading the division.
Woo! Yay, Redskins.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, you know, you can start losing with them anytime.
Yeah. I just, well, if I'm already done with the Cowboys, I don't know. Who. Maybe I have to start playing the hard other teams outside of the division. Gary Wood didn't play bad. In spite of Lockhart was all right. The rest of the Giants were horrible. So that'll do it from Washington. 34-11.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I am switching quarterbacks. I have Milt Plum. Why haven't I been using Milt Plum?
Milt Plum? I knew you had an older guy.
Since I just threw yet another interception.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So
5-2. That's not bad. Redskins are 5-2.
No Jim Brown anymore.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
All right, let's take a look at some of these standings so I can get familiar with them. All right, AFC North. Browns are 5-3. Steelers are 4-3.
Thanks to me winning that other one.
Yeah. Are the well, the Bengals are still semi-pro at the time, so it's not that funny. But the Steamers are ahead of the Bengals. Yeah, I mean the Browns never really have any competition in that division, so it'd be nice if they actually had to play for it. But see, Vinny's not here, and the Colts still have no problems. 6-1.
Here's an inside give. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is
well, didn't he play them in the beginning? He played them in the beginning.
Yeah. Patriots and Bills and Dolphins are in a 3-way tie. That division's insane. And the Jets are only up by 1 game. Wow. That's going to be the bloody division right there. And then the Chiefs, of course, are 6-1. And the Chargers are 5-2. So the computer team's just whooping us in that division.
Yep.
Typical. Bears and Wow, the Lions. You need to lose this game.
Well, I'm trying, although I did get a fumble. So it's 21-13 with...
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now.
If you win this game, I'm only up by a half game.
Sustained runs, taking their time.
It's not good.
Making it work.
Now a nice play defensively on first down.
So get this, the Vikings are in dead last, but they've outscored their opponents by 58 points. The Lions are in second, and they've been outscored by 58 points. That is weird. And despite you kicking the snot out of the Packers, they still have the best defense in the league.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackles made.
Still should have beat them by more.
Hey, the Bucs are winning the division right now.
They also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
I tried to give them a lead, but
now it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
I don't think the Bucs are going to be at the end of this because
now a handoff here to his running
I'm
back.
actually able to run the ball again. Milt Plum has not thrown an interception.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
The Eagles are 4-3, so the Eagles are the second place team.
Cowboys are third now, I wonder.
Cowboys, well, they have the same record, but the Cowboys, they have a better offense and a better defense.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Oh no, actually it says the Giants, that was the Giants' only division loss. So I think the Giants might still be ahead of the Cowboys.
What was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football.
Wait a minute. I lost to the Eagles? The Eagles beat me the one time we played, so I have to play them again. If they beat me again, they'll take first place.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Why did I lose to the stupid Eagles?
Oh, my wide receiver. Oh, my God.
Find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively.
And then there's the Cardinals that are 5-2, and the Niners are only 5-3.
For them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Colts and the Chiefs are the two teams that have only one loss. So not only do we have no undefeated teams, there's only 2 teams that are at 1 loss.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw again.
Oh, you
and this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going
Are you trying to throw this away to the Bucs?
No, I'm not.
Get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I've been playing zone most of the game, so they just started throwing screen pass after screen pass, so I had to get out of it and go to man, and all of a sudden Russ Jackson's the man beater.
Get a touchdown out this drive, but the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball.
And Russ Jackson completed like 10 in a row or something.
Thinking hard about going for it right here and right now. It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back.
Come on. That's not right.
Fine.
The most points scored in the league is by the Minnesota Vikings.
We'll check their
sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
schedule.
They say the eye in the sky does not lie.
They are 3-5, but they've scored more points than anyone else.
Incorporate into their own defensive scheme and continue to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be
I always thought the Vikings are good because of defense.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
This guy's running like Jim Brown.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first.
Let's see what the Vikings are made of.
They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
That's certainly playing down
41-17. 34-45, 28-21, 52-6. They beat the Giants 52-6.
Oh, it's a wobbler here.
And then 52-35.
This one hits at the 1, continues on.
Yeah, that was when John was playing
for a touchback.
So when the Vikings score 41 or more points, they're 3-0. When they score less than 41 points, they're 0-5.
As they nurse this slim lead.
So now you know, score 41 points or lose.
And they give this time to the tailback.
Well, I think I play the Vikings. I play the Vikings? Yeah, I play the Vikings.
Yeah, you're the Vikings. Yeah. So they lost 45-34, 31-28, 30-27, 24-14, 14, and then 21-19. But that was the Bears, of course.
That was you and the Bears.
Yep.
It's very simple to beat the Bears. Stop Walter Payton. Looking at
it's 66.
Look at just not Walter Payton. I'm sorry, Gale Sayers.
Yeah.
I mean, just look at the statistics. Gale Sayers. I mean, yeah, Gale Sayers has more rushing yards than any 2 of your wide receivers have receiving yards.
And make sure he gets on the back. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Side, he's got it complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that one.
Oh, great. The Bears' next game is against the 6-1 Chiefs.
Good.
See what else I got. Well, the Broncos are the team who still have to play. They have to play the Jets. Wow, they play the Jets and the Patriots. So.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock.
Am I the Patriots?
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense.
The Browns. The Browns
what are they going to do to stop you?
Are ridiculous.
8 yards the tally on that.
They have like 2 hard games and then a bunch of semi-pro teams, so of course they're still going to win the division.
Nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 35.
The Browns and the Colts have been padding their stats for years with these semi-pro games.
The Browns are my only winning team, you note.
We need the Bengals to become a legitimate team soon.
Well, we have to play 2 more years.
Yeah, I know.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first.
I'm telling you, I'm trying hard to get my desire up.
They'll try and run some.
I will say that
keep it on the ground.
Having a winning some has made it a lot better. I'll say that.
It'll set up
Yeah.
a 2nd and 7.
Just wish we could get Vinny just to do one.
Yeah.
Just do one game, one team. That's all you guys need to do.
It's crazy that, yeah, I mean, if they didn't want, whatever, they didn't want us to dictate all the stats or whatever, then I would play just one team. That's fine. Even if it was literally just one game a week, it'd still be cool to have other people involved. But it's funny because, I mean, it's not funny. I know it's not a good reason that Vinny got tired of playing, but he's, he always pushed for more teams and more teams. Like, he loved playing with these wrestlers so much, and then now it's like, even do one team. I mean, I never asked him, hey, do you want to just Bills? But obviously he would say something. But it's just like, it sucks how they jerked him around a bit. Well,
yeah, I still don't know.
The government, basically.
This will not have the distance to get there. Short, no good, just under the crossbar. And this
the nuclear power plant, that's what it was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I missed the field.
Things just got interesting. They try for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drop.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42.
So here's the
number 27.
We see another pitch and catch there.
Here's the Lions defense this year before, you decided to play with them this game. They gave up 48 to the Eagles, 34 to the Vikings, 41 to the Chiefs, 32 to the Raiders, 70 to the Chargers, 21 to the Explorers, and then somehow they stuck the Cardinals and only allowed 6 points.
Well, that's Vinny's team, the Cardinals, too. I don't know if he played them all, but...
Yeah.
They'll drop to throw.
Interesting. 34 to 70. Wow. That's not right.
A crusher there as it's intercepted.
Well, the Buccaneers still have 3 timeouts, but it looks like I'm going to win.
At their own 49-yard line.
Okay.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape.
So get this. The Eagles, I remember this now that I'm seeing the score. The Eagles beat my Redskins 30-24. The very next week, I got to play him again, but this time with my expansion Dolphins, and I kicked the living crap out of them 37-0. What? How can the Eagles seem so hard one week and then seem like the worst team ever next week?
I think I actually lost to the Eagles, now that I think about it. Because I remember going, well, if the Dolphins can beat the Eagles, then I should be able to.
Nope, not unless... Well, did you ever play as the Rams?
Yes.
Well,
yes. Yeah, I remember at the start of the season I was the Rams.
Yeah, because they beat the Lions, Seahawks, Redskins, and Rams. Those are their wins.
Yeah.
They lost to the Dolphins, the Patriots, and the 49ers. So they played me a lot. Why am I playing the Eagles? Oh, and there you go. Next game, Cowboys. Cardinals, Giants, Cowboys, Wow. All kinds of divisional games for the Eagles coming up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Good work to pick up 7 yards.
So let's see, they have 4 wins. So you play them twice in the next 4 weeks. If you beat them both times, the Cowboys could easily be in second place in just a couple of weeks, even though they've had such a bad start.
Right. I mean, it's not completely hopeless. I've got my worry is I've got to worry about all the other teams because chances of me winning the division now are gone. But now I've got to make the playoffs and hope that all the other teams suck. And with me playing them, that's not likely.
Well, yeah. This victory by the Lions, this is one of the worst things for the Cowboys.
Right.
Because the Packers, but you have the head-to-head against the Packers.
Right.
The Vikings have a bad record, but it's the Lions. It's the Lions and the fact that the Cardinals and 49ers are both decent. It's going to make it hard. But we do have 3, right? This is Madden 21, so 3 wild cards.
Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Yes.
Right back to
So that'll help.
A gain of 3, second down.
Because really, in theory, you should, I mean, if the odds played out, all 3 wild cards would be from different divisions, which means you'd have 3 of the 4 divisions will have their second place team make it.
Well, nobody from the NFC South should make it, other than the division winner.
Right. Yeah. So it's not. You just can't. You can't do something like lose to the Eagles.
Right. 5 takeaways against the Lions. Hey, it's over, by the way. The Lions won. 21-13.
The Bucks are one of the better semi-pro teams. Well, they might make the playoffs.
1 touchdown, 4 interceptions by Kevin's Carl Sweeten. Milt Plum was 4 or 5 for 48 yards.
Oh wow, the Bucks were on a 4-game winning. Wait a minute. The Colts, I told you before, the Colts had the best record, 6-1.
Right.
Do you remember who their loss was to?
No.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, Vinny, that's right. Vinny lost to Tampa Bay.
Wow.
Well, Jim Brown does have an injured symbol next to him. He had 128 yards rushing.
Unbelievable.
Amos Marsh had 160.
Amos Marsh had 160 yards rushing?
Yep. Famous
He
Amos.
probably leads the league now.
No. Gale Sayers is still... Don Perkins had 150 yards, and I think he got to 400 yards rushing for the season.
I'm going to look now because now you're scaring me.
Oh, stop. You're like 300 yards ahead of the first person.
I have one player on my team. He needs to win stuff. Hey, Kirby Berger leads the league in passing.
Of course he does.
Oh, Gale Sayers is the only guy that's hit 1,000 so far.
Yeah. Now look at wide receivers.
Okay. Hey, the Bears aren't a wide receiver haven.
Just saying. Look at who's still leading. Who's taking over the lead again, thanks to the game against the Packers.
Bob Hayes. You know, it's funny. Bob Hayes is winning, but if you put the receiving yards and rushing yards together, it's Bob Hayes and then Gale Sayers.
I know.
And then Lance Alworth, but that's pretty. And then Charlie Taylor. So Hall of Famer. So that's pretty cool.
That's right.
At least the real players are showing up.
These damn Lions beat my Raiders.
Yeah, didn't you go
I lost
for 2?
by 1. I had to go for 2. I went for 2.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't kept them from scoring. They scored 33 points, and in fact, at one point they're ahead of me 26-20, then 27. No, it's 26 and 33-20. Then I scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Tom Flores, 4 interceptions.
I remember that being a good game to watch.
Chargers beat the Chargers beat the Lions 70-34.
Right. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, what? Carl Sweeten has 18 touchdown passes.
Yeah, I threw one. Also had 4 interceptions, so.
George Blanda has thrown 30 interceptions.
Who's got Blanda?
Well, I do now.
Oh.
30 halfway through the season. That's insane.
I gotta play you back to back. That sucks.
With who?
The Cowboys gotta play the Dolphins and the Niners.
Oh, come on, the Dolphins.
You beat me as the Dolphins.
Not the Cowboys. Not a team that's loaded like the Cowboys that can hold the 66 Packers and not even getting a sniff of a sack.
Yeah, but it's you.
True.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, the Dolphins suck. The 49ers game, that's going to be really important because, at least right now, neither one of them are winning the division, so that might decide a wild card or something.
Who's leading the division?
Stupid Cardinals.
Really?
Yeah, because of Johnny Rowland.
Well, the Cardinals play the Giants next week. So maybe the Giants will win.
Maybe. I doubt it. The Giants are terrible. Len Dawson, 19 touchdowns, 4 interceptions.
Yeah.
80%. 80% on the year.
Believe me, I'm. If I remember, I have seen the Chiefs way too many times already. Let's see here.
Yeah, I have to play with the Bears next.
Let's see. Titans, Bills, Lions, Broncos, Jets, Raiders, Browns. That's right. I played them back-to-back and lost 42-28 and 31-21.
Wow. The 3 longest passes are all from the AFC West. Tom Flores, Len Dawson, Max.
Yeah, for some reason Bob Hayes keeps getting caught from behind.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Frank Ryan, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 199 yards passing. Len Dawson. Let's see, what was his against the Browns? 29 of 35, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 339 yards passing. Rushing, Mike Garrett had 94, Leroy Kelly had 60. Receiving, Frank Pitts had 114 yards, Collins had 66. Poor Paul Warfield only had 54. Amazing. They scored 21 points this game. Let's check the Raiders. I think the Raiders is where he was missed 1 pass. Len Dawson. 23 of 28. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Tom Flores had 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and I still lost.
Yeah. The Chiefs are all mid on their own.
Fred fucking Urbanus. Fuck that guy. 5 for